You chanting Barry? Oh, you know who's next? I was fucking losing my mind there. Jesus Christ. Okay, well look, guys, if you don't know, there's a guy called Barry on next. If you want to know whether he's good or not, he's got a fucking fan club in the front. Jackie, you part of the fan club? Not yet. Look, he's not that great then, okay? Well, he's gonna come up here and try and win you over. Guys, the next act is Barry Lysaght, so let's bring some noise into the room.
Guys, that's absolutely lovely. So, yes, unfortunately for everyone in the second row, I do happen to know most of the front row right now. So you thought you were safe hiding behind Jordan. What do you do, sir? Ah.
We're friends.
If you say you're from Birmingham. Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Barry Lysaght. I'm the only comedian on stage tonight who is brave enough to still live with his parents. Give me a cheer if you still live with your parents. It's actually perfectly normal. It's actually with the cost of living crisis the way it is. But yes, I just think that not all of us can be software engineers. Some of us have to get by on a comedian's salary. But yes, I still live with my parents. Cost of living's gone mad. It's gotten so bad that my mother keeps making jokes that she's also going to move in with her parents. And they died in 2005. But listen, if there's anything we've learned from our neighbours across the pond, it's that I've lived with my mother my entire life. If she dies, I get her job. Unfortunately, it also means my brother's a paedophile. But yes, the cost of living crisis is going mad, which is why I'm too cheap to pay for my own rent, and my mother still does my washing. But with the cost of living crisis the way it is, I just want to know, who is buying premium petrol? It's in every single petrol station. There's this one commodity that's at a higher price than it's ever been at. And a few people are like, I'd like to pay a little bit more for that actually. Has anyone here ever bought premium petrol?
No.
Oh, so you can live out of your parents' house, but you won't buy premium petrol. But that's it. I want to know who's buying this and what kind of street races are they in? When they get into the street and they're like, God, if only I had 3% more fuel efficiency. If only my engine was being cleaned as I drive it. But I've never actually seen anyone use those pumps. There's a separate pump for premium petrol. I just think if you put that in your car, 6 lads come out and muck you straight away. He went to private school, get him! I may have gone to private school. I know that might come as a shock from my accent, but yes. The cost of living crisis has gotten so bad that over the course of the summer, I debated going on Love Island for the 8 weeks of free room and board. This was an argument that I lost with my girlfriend. It's just for the free room and board. She's like, what boards? That's desperate. But yes, Love Island, it was a terrible show, I thought. I couldn't follow the bit with the smoke monster at all. The bit where they were in purgatory. So for everyone over the age of, over the age of 10, that is a Lost reference, thank you very much. One that got lost on the audience. But yes, I think they could do a lot more with Love Island to make it more interesting. I think Love Island would be a lot better if it was also an escape room. So has anyone here ever done an escape room? Yeah, we love escape rooms. They're great, aren't they? Now, if Love Island was an escape room, you'd have more than these people trying to fall in love with each other. They'd also be trying to solve puzzles, which makes everything better. But we can't rule out that they would all try and fuck their way off the island. Which is a valid strategy. If you ever go to an escape room and you try and fuck your way out of there, they will open the door. In every single escape room I've ever been to, if you try and fuck your way out of it, they open the door straight away, and they respect you so much. They respect you so much that they bring you to a different escape room. That's even harder to get out of. Called prison. But yeah, I'm banned from a lot of the escape rooms in Dublin at the moment. Has anyone ever gotten barred from anywhere? I'm not like a management plant. I'm not like... There's one person in this room who's been barred from Whelan's. And we're gonna find them. Someone's been barred from Birmingham. But yes, I am currently, I believe, barred from a hospital. And that's because of my commitment to bits. So, I went in with my brother. We both were going in to get elective surgery in a hospital. Now, I know what you're thinking. Was it a BBL? It wasn't. Thank you very much. I can see why you got confused. But yeah, we were both going in on the same day to get elective surgery. I was getting surgery on my head, and he was getting surgery on his foot. It's being done by the same doctor. Alarm bells straight away. But I walk in, and do we have anyone working in healthcare? Any nurses, doctors, midwives, radiologists, Birmingham? I'll keep going. But yeah, so we get up to the front desk, and the nurse at the desk has the trademark look in her eyes of just being tired. So sleepy. And I think she could do with a laugh. She'll love this. And I walk up to the desk and I say, "Hi, sorry," but on my professional voice, "Hi, sorry. We're the Siamese twins here to be reattached." And she was so tired and so sleep deprived that for a split second I could see the look in her eyes of, "Do we do that?" And before she told me to get the fuck down the ward. But yes, my brother had surgery on his foot, and he comes out in a lovely looking wheelchair, which is very nice for himself. I go in, I get the surgery on my head. No such wheelchair. No such care for me, which won't do at all. So I see him sitting down the other end of the ward. I come out in like a Civil War bandage wrapped around my head, and I think, he could do with a bit of a laugh. And I come out, and the second I lock eyes with him, I go, "I think they might have nicked something important." At which point, I hear the most disgruntled, "What?" from behind me. And it was the nurse from the front desk. So we got out of that hospital very quickly. And here's why I think that I'm barred from that hospital. Because I rang up again, looking for another elective surgery. And they told me the waiting list is something crazy like 2 years. I'm like, come on, no one's health service is that underfunded. Oh, okay, everyone's aware of that crisis. But yeah, it's very important to lie to doctors. I had a friend who tried to get into the Irish Air Force and who wasn't allowed in because he was caught in a lie by the psychologist. And I know what you're thinking. Ireland has an Air Force? And it's not just one lad in a hot air balloon with a sword. We have a couple of planes, but my friend went into the interview with the psychologist. He passed all the physical tests. This was the last rung on the ladder. There's a plane pun there somewhere, I don't know. But he went in and he did his standard interview practices, I'm sure we've all done, where he was asked, "What made you want to become a pilot?" He said, "There's just always been this little voice in my head that's told me I should be a pilot." At which point the psychologist uncrossed his legs and said, "Tell me about the voice." But he was caught in his lie because there was a questionnaire for the Air Force. It was you had to answer everything on a scale from very true to untrue. And the last question on the form was, "Have you tried to answer all of these questions truthfully?" And he ticked somewhat true. Which is a great attempt at being honest and reasonable, which will not get you into the Air Force. But, yes, so are our American friends still here? I thought they left, which is great. I'm a big fan of, again, speaking of planes, I'm a big fan of like on this day calendars. So it tells you what famous event happened on a given date. So yesterday was obviously a shit show. But today, as Stephen's Day for 9/11, I think we're allowed to joke about it. But I think the funniest thing that ever happened on the 12th of September, on the 12th of September 2001, an Australian airline called Ansett Australia closed its doors, which is either the most reasonable thing ever or the most suspicious. They planned to close for months and then 9/11 happened. They're like, fucking mate, might as well just close up shop now. But listen, you've been fantastic. I've been Barry Lysaght. I will leave you on this last one because it's been great being in front of you. There's a few fantastic comedians. Neil Delver, obviously one of my childhood heroes, one of the first comedians I remember performing. But in the last few days, I saw the funniest man I've ever seen in my entire life. So I was up in court. Unrelated to the sex in the escape room. But I was up in court and a man was being prosecuted for public order, for failure to leave an area. He was told to leave by the guards and he didn't leave. And the judge was obviously trying to get him off. It's like, that's not a serious offence. And the judge, his whole thing was that he tried to cross the M11 and wasn't allowed. And the judge asks him, but why? Why did you cross the road? And he saw his moment. To get to the other side, Your Honour. And commitment to the bit goes very far, but when you get convicted, that's something I respect. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Barry Lysaght. You've been absolutely fantastic.